Well, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Totally didn't fuck up there. So I'm going live on the wrong game. Um... So yeah, I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you're all doing alright. Let's, Oh yeah, I already went through that. What's here?
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, don't you mean scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah, sure, it does look like folks party here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Ooh, I love chocolate fountains. I never would have imagined to use a car as such. Hey Kim, looks like we had a couple of partygoers here.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing here. This was some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown.
Hey, let's get
I'll
moving,
be right back.
detective.
Just quickly got him. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. Okay. So I got some ice cream. So I'm gonna do some ASMR right here of opening an ice cream thing. I don't know, are you all into that? Is that what's going to give me the views? Can Disco Elysium ASMR. There is actually a video out there of Disco Elysium ASMR. I actually watched that. I'm sorry. I know, it's a great scene. It's because I wish there was more. I want more of Disco Elysium, so I'm trying to find it at any place I can. I follow some great artists that also do some great Disco Elysium fan art. Love their style. Okay, you can't hear that. Where's my fucking spoon? I have gold and silverware, everyone. I know that doesn't, so I guess it's technically goldenware. This is one of those ice creams you kind of have to hack into it to break that top layer of chocolate. Delicious. A shed with a stool. See a dark red chair, dim light of the room. Money! Take from the poor. I like her.
Hi, officer.
I once was asked who in Disco Elysium is the oldest character in terms of the woman. I think, in my opinion, it's her.
Anything I can help you with?
As always, I am the lawbringer.
You've graduated to Lawbringer now?
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second guessed about anything. So what brings you here, Lawbringer?
The law, Joe. Depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Illisible.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
They build it to be illegible. I've questions. The first is, what's your name? Who says I've questions? I have questions. You can't shorten that one. I'm a fucking imbecile.
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
I was asked to get your signature.
Were you?
Everard is planning
It
to.
says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everard's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
That what?
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Thought what exactly?
That Evrart and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
So will you sign it?
Aye. Why not? Fine. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you... I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help?
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
A working class husband.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. Could do with some landed gentry, but apparently they don't make those anymore.
A what? A landed gentry. The husband isn't for me. I'm looking for him for his wife.
I wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
And that's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Well, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
And is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation
From
tactics?
time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Trust me, you've got my eye. Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder. Coach means the expression.
Oh, we're really going there. Behold! My expression. Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
I know, right? It's amazing. I agree. If a man smiled at me like that, I wouldn't dare face him. I wouldn't dare fight him. So where are all these men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
What if they're thick-headed?
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone coward. I would never leave anyone.
Good for you. He, however, was lost to the waves. It's been quite a while now.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
I'm starting to feel like Chen showed me this game to get me off the alcohol.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Sinewy muscles?
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Yeah, that is nothing. I shit on that. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Keep the wheel spinning. Yeah, that is nothing. I shit on that.
I don't. But us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
This is very low. And also Kim's there, but
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
oh, failure. Alcohol makes closeness possible. Let's connect.
Alcohol? Connect? I'm not sure I'm following you.
Get hammered with me on a drunk date. It will be nice, I promise.
That's a good impression. You really cracked me up, officer. Now, how can I help you?
Ah, I'm the ladies' man. I have to go grocery shopping today. Ah, good luck with the groceries. Even though I hate chores, groceries is like my favorite chore.
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
Oh. That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
It's an illustration, wet your lips, very conceptual. It's a sign of carnage to come, the great culling. I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident, I'm sorry. I got drunk and apparently drove me in the sea. An official investigation has been launched by me to determine that, ma'am. I don't know. It's an installation. Very conceptual. It's my art. You hate it?
An installation. Us poor people are stupid and don't get installations. All I see is a heap of trash. This actually calls for a funeral, I think.
Well, on the groceries of topic, on the topic of groceries, to me it's like I get to shop, but it's like a required shopping, so it's like a shopping spree. And also I always get myself a little chocolate as a reward. You're suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all.
I don't want a funeral. I hate death. I just earlier said I shit on death. What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Quite odd. Our things are part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in, but organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities, like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area, or...
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
He really wants to do his murder investigation, doesn't he? He really wants to actually get his job done. He really wants to actually be productive in life. I'll be seeing you. I like her voice.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot Sujunti.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
All right.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
What he said, we're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of it. We're cops. We're hell raisers. Click, click, bang, bang.
No, you're not. I've seen you around here before. 12 years ago. You didn't raise any hell. You were quite helpful, actually. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
I'm totally an ill omen. It's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harry Dubois.
quite a handle you got there.
No.
So many titles. One of them double.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
I have to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says.
It's just a real estate deal, nothing ominous.
A deal with who? It's the Debardier Union, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thought so. So, what do the Clare brothers want this time?
They want to turn part of the village into a youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
What do you have against the union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
It's a youth center. I don't know what a youth center is, but it's a thing.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
But I need my gun.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no changing it.
Aha! So that's the real reason my boyfriend has been calling me center right. Because I'm fat. Semi-fat. Okay, I'm not that fat.
She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final word around here. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Wait, what? What was my plan? Ah. Harrier is a good name. Is it though? Yeah, it is. I didn't know what it meant until later on. And now I think it is a good name. What is in this... where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Lol.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
There is this guy, Garta, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
Wait, why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
Aw. Moment, I can just have the room.
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
Hey,
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignaz Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
this could be first chapter in my bags to Rich's memoir. Now this is real Revacholian hospitality. That guard must have Must be half kipped or something. No! But also, yes. Unfortunately, that incremental development hasn't elevated this neighborhood yet. I see potential here. I don't need much. This sounds just fine. Why is it so hard for me to not... Let me justify myself. It's a game, okay? You don't get to say this shit in real life. So it makes it all the more appealing when the game gives you the option to be a total jackass. I'm sorry. I have to know where this leads.
Go ahead. Call people rude things. We've heard worse here. Now, are you interested or not?
You got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Hey, Kim, it's better than nothing. I need my money for my booze. Okay, goodbye, I'm off. Oh, trust the tenants. So that actually helped us somewhere.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta.
The what? Sounds like my stomach is growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
Vows?
The vows of blood and flesh.
What is my low intestines going on about?
Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay, but what is the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
Sure. You know, this is fucking first communism, now fascism. Oh. What is it though?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revershal's problems?
Foreigners, financiers, left academicians? Academicians. Vocabulary, hello. Why isn't this in my vocabulary? Mansley, are you still there? Have I forsaken you? Have I forsaken myself? Thought you, yeah, I'm still here. Okay. Just question, am I being a terrible person right now? For jokingly want to go this path. It's jokingly. Foreigners, financiers, leftist academicians? Academics. I feel like I'm saying this word like a million times over, but it's like a million times wrong. Pick 5. I thought you were my circulatory system. Yeah.
Quit stalling, Bruta.
Got
We're
that.
talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
I think I'm going with liberals here. I don't know why, but I feel like that's slightly less insane than calling... Is it... I don't know. I don't even know what liberals want. And I don't know what academicians is. I believe people who go to school. Big three. Okay.
Yes, them, but also women.
Oh no, not the woman! Left the academics suck. Oh, is that the whole... I don't know if it's related or not, but one of my friends studies medicine, and like she just kind of got like questions like, oh, which word can be used to define this fetish, this kink? What does person with this kink what are they attracted to? And I'm just like, what the fuck are these? Because she took pictures of them because she was hella uncomfortable with those questions. And she was like, the worst part is everyone in my school knew or everyone in my class knew the answers. She's learning Greek. Yeah, but it's like, why do you have to? Okay, I get it that you need to learn what like the Greek word or the Latin word for like the tears is. I get that, but why do you have to add the fetish part into the question? That's my question. I don't know if are fetishes medical? Yes? Oh. Well, I thought that always like... Wait, does psychology fall under medical? Does my medical insurance cover psychology? I think it does, actually. They are psychological. Okay, well, in that case, then it's alright. Okay, but apparently women are the problem. In the game. In the game.
Women, men of Wu. You don't like them. They're insane.
Whoa.
Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Wu men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Sorry, I had a meme in mind.
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that Wu men need to know their place.
I feel like in that case then it's justified. Not this whole woman thing. I'm talking about the whole asking questions about fetishes. If that's stuff that they need to learn about, then that's justified, I guess. But my friend was a little uncomfortable with the questions, that's all I know. Because she's studying to become a nurse. Also, am I having some kind of stomach seizure? Because why is it my metabolic and circulatory system that's talking about women? Am I having some kind of stomach seizure?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
Okay, why am I getting this?
Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
Good. Good? Fascism sounds bad though. What if it's got something else, like traditionalism? Yes, traditionalism sounds better than... Fetishes are an easy way to memorize Greek words. I've never thought about that.
Okay. Yes, let's call it that.
Okay.
Good thinking.
Ooh.
That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that.
Alright.
You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, brota.
I will keep my voos. Only because you say it so funny, okay? Voos. Woo.
For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the woo men too often. That's why you're the head and I am the stomach.
Is this game suggesting that people who have something against women and are nationalistic think with their stomachs? I'm gonna pet my stomach. Guess that would make sense, actually. That is a good analogy, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Before anyone judges me, just... I choose the path of bliss ignorance. Purple thought. Buzz home, the electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
I want to touch it.
The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Ew, are there semen stains in his clothes?
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
There might be a jacket underneath this bird shit.
It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
I'm gonna take it. Let's interact the dirty.
As you
Close.
hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
I can stomach anything. Apparently, even extremist ideologies, so.
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
I'm gonna think about it. Well, I'm gonna go now. See ya. Have a great day, Manslayer. Good luck with the groceries. And thank you for the hydrate. That was the last sip of coffee. Oh, 3 times. I'm gonna make myself another cup of coffee. I'll be right back. There's something off about this coffee, but I can't place where. All right. Let's see how many sips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, almost burned my tongue there. Don't even think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Ew.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ew. Flick my hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Oh no. I'm on to my typical shit. Mega bite. No. Fucking hell.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on. That is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
Isn't it just a rotting fish?
Don't be naive.
Oh no.
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Also, random fact, I found out the voice actor for these like the narrator voice is done by someone who also is part of a band. What was the name again? Wait, Disco Elysium. Narrator voice. Lemple Brown. And he is Maroon Town. From a band called Maroon Town. A ska and rap band, soul conscious, anti-racist, globe-trotting, fun-loving beatniks. So, you know, the guy who was fucking the voice of that was cheering on that whole thing earlier is actually an anti-racist. No, an anti-fascist. Oh, anti-racist. Okay, well, I really need to learn the difference between those two. Okay, Kim, what is that smell? He had the lieutenant, something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
It's the trash can.
Tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tar.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
A tragedy.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet.
Okay, let's examine. Wait, no, leave. Let's look at the dead man.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Oh, what's that
Hold
puppet?
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself.
Steal myself. I got this.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Okay, let's study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Nice.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar.
Okay, let's search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Let's study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
I wish I had visual calculus in real life. In real life, my visual calculus is shit. I looked at a woman today, exactly my age. I was like, ma'am, can I see your ID? But in my defense, we're required to ask that anyone that we suspect is below 25. And I'm 20, so I was completely within my right, but still no one else asked her, and everyone thought it was funny. Because she was 20 and her friend was 23. We're not allowed to sell alcohol to anyone under 18. And now I seemed paranoid because apparently she was like, wow, I haven't been asked that for a long while. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. And everyone was like, dude, she's clearly just... And for some reason... I'll just continue studying the surrounding law.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench. right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
What can I say? I'm terrible at guessing age. I once guessed like like a guy that everyone kind of got close to, their real age. Like they were in their late 30s. And I guessed him that he was in his 20s. Better to go too low than too high, right? Always err on the side of caution. Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Fatal. So that's like so this game throws in a lot of like French words and European stuff into it. Because I am correct in saying that if this was in English, it would have been pronounced fatal, right? Am I wrong? I was also wrong about advertisement and advertisement. I thought it was pronounced advertisement, and then suddenly one day I wake up and people are like telling me, like, no, it's not advertisement, it's advertisement. And then I check to ask my boyfriend, like, hey, I've been told it's not advertisement but advertisement, and I've never heard anyone else say advertisement. And then he's like, yeah, no, it's advertisement. And mind blown. Okay, well, let's step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Oh, why are we still standing on it? Let's run.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Drank a whole bottle of vodka all by himself.
It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
Let's examine the chewing gum wrapper, because apparently we have an obsession. That is wrong about advertisement. So it is advertisement. Maybe is it like one of those Brits versus American things? Like in America. See, so I'm not entirely wrong about advertisement. Well, let's examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Hrabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
I remember one of we had to learn the differences between American English and British English, and we had this quiz, and my teacher said, you know, this quiz is really easy. You just, if it's easier to to spell or say, then it's American. If it's harder, then it's the British side. Because, like, if it's airplane, that's easy. That's America. American. Arrow, that's more correct. And if you have aeroplane, that's harder, less sensical. That's that's the British. So it is. It depends on where you use it. Advertisement, advertisement. It was for my Cambridge exam class, so Cambridge is in the UK, so though that word never came into it. So in the end, it didn't even matter. My so he actually once dated this American girl, and the reason the Brits pronounce the letter H in words like herb is silly. I pronounce the H very softly though. Herb. Herb. I think herb is more sillier to say. But so he dated this American woman, right? And had like this daughter that was going to a British school. And so he told her like, "Hey, it's not aluminum, it's aluminium." Right? And the girl, or like the mom, kind of got upset, and together with her daughter, like they both said that and by the way, second handing this story, so if there's inconsistencies, I'm sorry in advance. But apparently they kind of like got mad and said like, no, it's aluminium, it's fine. And he's like, no, but you're in the UK, and the teachers are going to note that. Right? They're going to deduct points for that if you say aluminum instead of aluminium. But she went through with aluminium, and yeah, she got points deducted for that. So sometimes you have to accustom to local. You have to get accustomed to local rules. I remember my boyfriend was like suddenly out of nowhere asked me the question like, how would you say this? And then he showed me a picture of aluminum foil, and I was like, oh, that's aluminium foil. And for a second I was like in my mind, because aluminium is how we say it in Dutch as well. So in my mind I was like saying something wrong, so I was about to correct myself. But then he seemed very happy. He was like, yes, thank you. And I was like, wait, what? I thought it was aluminum in English. I was just about to correct myself. Words originally French, and the French do not pronounce the H, and the Brits didn't pronounce it either until the late 1800s, when the Cockney accent was seen as being low class. Oh. Well, I didn't know that. I don't know, I just said herbs because I see the H, so I'm gonna say the H. And that's my English, by the way. It's like depends on who got to me first, or which one's easier. Like for words like football, the Brits got to me first, so football is football, no soccer. We just, and it's also like closer to my own language, where it's like in Dutch it's football. So football. But then the Americans American English resonates with me more when it comes to the word chips. Where it's like, yeah, okay, when I say chips, I refer to what my boyfriend would call crisps. Same thing with pants as well. I'm talking about trousers when I talk about pants. And he thinks I'm talking about underwear. But yeah, that is indeed a silly reason. I love accents. I don't think any accent out there is low class. Every accent is high class in my vocabulary. Or in my mind. Okay. Look in. Let's look into his mouth.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Wow, this game is really trying to get me off the alcohol, isn't it? It's like one guy dying whilst being intoxicated after the other. Like the hanged man was probably intoxicated, though that was probably unrelated to his death. Then we have the husband of the fisherwoman in back, went out on sea whilst heavily drunk, and therefore made a stupid fall. And now this. I think I know why Alex showed me this game.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
So, Alex, if you're watching this, and if that was your intention, it's not working, I'll keep drinking. Okay, who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband, dead on the boardwalk. See? That woman should have trusted when I told her husband was missing, even though she told me a million times that it wasn't. I was right all along.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
The leather jacket matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Oof. That is something that's always so kind of dark to think about, right? If the circumstances were only slightly different, someone could have still be living. Imagine, have you ever had like moments where you... Well, okay, yeah, you probably have, never mind. I think everyone has those moments. Where it's like, wow, if I didn't jump off my bike on time, I might have been dead. You know, I was going down this kind of rather slippery lane, and what I didn't know is that the brakes of my bike didn't, they kind of like disconnected. So I was going there, a car was going there, around the corner, and I was trying to brake for it. And I know the car couldn't see me from that angle, but I could see the car, and I was about to kind of get into a collision with the car, and I go back far enough, one particular kind of by bacteria died, then life on Earth would be very different. That is true. Life is aligned for this specific moment to be happening. It's just mind-blowing. But yeah, I was about to hit the car. I couldn't brake. So at the last second, I kind of just jumped off the bike. And I was still holding onto the steering wheel. So luckily, my bike came out of its safe as well. Double safe there. But yeah, it hurt like hell. Basically, I made myself fall just so I wouldn't be colliding with the car. Okay, could it be related to the lynching, though?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
You should consider the possibility that we're dealing with a sequence killer here.
A sequence killer? There's nothing that connects those 2 bodies. This is a completely different case, an accident.
What if all of this is staged? He could have seen something that night in the yard.
Someone could have pushed him from behind. It wasn't with intention to kill. What if he witnessed something? All of this could be staged. We don't know the exact cause of death.
It's possible, but let's take it step by step. We still haven't identified the man.
Do you think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Yeah, that head trauma would do the trick. See? Alcohol isn't always to blame. What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Facts! Damn! Never thought about that. That sounds logical. Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab. Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place out after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk.
Jeez, it looks like I could repair it myself, but okay.
Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Actually, I take what I said back. I could maybe hammer in some planks, but I can't fix the underneath structure. What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about a field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of sloppy? Kim, aren't you supposed to be the one who does the job?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
I'm starting to think me and Kim we're like we both have our own role to play here. He's the voice of reason. I'm the voice of complete idiocracy. And I love it. We found him, we should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Honestly, that's also a good way to describe me and my boyfriend. Except sometimes my boyfriend is also the voice of Idiocracy. Very rarely. Let's leave. What items do we have now? Folded library card. Mega Binos prescription lenses. Discover your inner Bino. Nausea-inducing hell glasses. Hey! A hair for my glasses. Yeah, okay. Well, do we want to learn Cargos and the Kips and the... I don't think I... Bring in the law jaw? Hey, so little, it's all cool, man. Don't freak out. But every time you say, I am the law, you say... And you say it a lot. It's basically hello for you. Your jaw does this weird thing. It sort of shifts sideways, hanging off your face at a jaunty angle. While the word law sounds awfully guttural and low. It's strange. You wouldn't notice it, but after saying you're the law 80,000 times, the question does come up. Why do you have law jaw? I like to say I'm the law. I'm sorry. Didn't know that was a bad thing. Careful that these floorboards look rotten and weak. Yeah, this is probably a place I don't wanna fucking... I wouldn't dare to walk up it if I was here in real life. Hello, Rixra, how you doing? How's life been treating you? Ooh, box. I love how he's doing great, thanks. Came to get some more Disco Elysium into my bloodstream. How are you? I'm doing good. Well, welcome to this Disco Elysium stream. I'm always doing good when I play this game.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Why do you know I love everyone's voice in this game? That's my question.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
The voice acting is definitely S tier, indeed. I just love the voices and stuff. It's just literal ear candy. Wait, what was that about the window before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
I really appreciate the accents. Yeah. Although I read, so... I read that, like, if you look at Oranje, I really think that that is like kind of this world's version of like some kind of Dutch or Netherlands. And someone like said like, oh yeah, Clash is a great example of the accent. Personally, I don't really think I can hear a Dutch accent in there, and the voice actress isn't Dutch as well. But if you want, I can kind of try and do a Dutch accent, because fun fact, I'm Dutch. And this is kind of what I think a Dutch person would sound like a little bit more. And I still love Clash's voice though, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. But hey, if you ever need someone to voice a Dutch character, hit me up. Always wanted to be a voice actress, though I've never been good at it.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
I didn't realize they were going for a Dutch accent there. I didn't pick up on it either. But then again, I'm not great at accent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just a random person who told me that they thought that she had a Dutch accent. Like I said, I didn't pick up on it either. I don't know if that's true or not. So, you know, at this point, it's 2 against that one person I read about. Can't even remember where I read it. So, I gotcha.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
You look like someone who has money. Do you have any
I
money?
do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
God damn it.
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly you were just profiling. No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Can I have you some of that? Can I have some of that unimportant money then?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms.
He looks uncomfortable, his left hand squeezing his son's shoulder.
I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
My question is I just never noticed that the model looks more brown-haired. But the portrait looks more blonde-haired. I just now noticed that. By the way, do you work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confronting the opponent.
I wonder if it's just shadows, or perhaps they remade the portrait between the original game and the final cut. Maybe. I mean, I think also like Vic's or Jean's portrait seems more grayish haired, and then the model has more like really deep dark haired. But at least I feel like those are similar colors. I feel like brown and blonde are very different. But yeah, it could be either way. A form of martial arts from the ISO Lo Mang Tang, right?
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo tradition of the Harli people, a name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks, whereas the sticks used in other cultures.
You doze off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among mankind, seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references.
Oh, this is a perfect explanation of how my relationship works. It's like one of us goes too deep into it and the other is just ready to doze off. To tune it all out.
Man, he's good at speaking. People must love him.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying?
I don't really remember what I was saying.
Then I guess everything got said, right?
I love his smile though. That's the smile of a winner. My wife just gets absolutely blown away by me daring to talk nerd stuff about her. Or to her. Yeah, it's a hard life if your partner is into cryptocurrency. That's all I can say. That is the tough life. Or media marketing. But then again, he's probably tired of me sending him Disco Elysium memes all day. Then I guess everything got said right. He's going to design the sound. What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
I'll be right back. I have returned.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Wait, what's the R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
Okay.
They started out as a Midway electronics outfit
Thank
in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
So what was that, Ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bringing them to the average consumer.
Huh.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
Uh-huh. Okay.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel. A pleasure wheel. That word rolls out of my tongue.
A pleasure wheel?
Not the pleasure wheel. The pleasure wheel. Sorry, it's best name for something.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
Hey Ashley Hollows, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Okay, wait, what happened to the engineers, the company people? Also, Ashley Hollows, I need to introduce you to a concept, the pleasure wheel. How does that sound? I think it sounds amazing, and I wish it was a thing. What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
This man really wants to talk about tape computers.
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Turn to Michael, he means that they got shot in the head because they were bourgeoisie. Bourgeois. Now that you know that what... Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie is? Oh my god, am I going to indoctrinate a child into my fucking wild ideologies? I've got to do a run though, but I had to check into my favorite dragon. Ah, thank you. It was a really difficult for me to resist that dialogue option. Well, good luck with your with the rest of your day, Ashley. I hope it goes well. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. And thank you for calling me your favorite dragon. That's so sweet. I love you too. Yeah, I mean, let's go with it.
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
To be honest, because for me it's quite the opposite. I've never chosen that option because on a I tend to be really careful around kids with this game.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
Okay, well, that was mildly worth it for some reason. What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Decret de Mars.
My first playthrough was a mess, honestly, but that's the way I like it. My first playthrough, I was actually trying. I was actually trying to be a normal person. And I kind of did it. But I did feel like I kind of got... I got discredited more than I deserved, in my opinion, for having like one sip of alcohol in the entire game. What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Oh, by the way, I almost forgot this. Just, she probably should have done it when Ashley was still here. Is it slash shoutout? No, it's exclamation, right? Did that not work? It didn't. Did it? Well, anyway, Ashley Hollows streams as well, so if you want to check them out. They are awesome. I love Ashley.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
Ah, that's what I found what went wrong. Let me try that again. What I tried to do earlier. Okay, that still didn't work. Never mind then. Okay,
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in Worms to be paying any attention.
how did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers? Also, want to know something kind of funny? When I first played this game, I thought radio computers were an actual thing. I was like, huh, is that a thing back in the days that existed? Radio computers? I genuinely believed it existed. How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team. Trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
Yes.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Juiced. I know someone with that name, except his name is pronounced Joost. I know two of them. Not something to be ashamed of, really. Though, really, I see a lot of younger folks not being fully aware of tech stuff that we did back in the days. I think that's fine. At least I know kind of what a floppy disk is. I don't know how it works, but I know what it is. I feel like that's a giant feat. But it's like, I mean, there's probably stuff that I don't know, so it's not unreasonable to suspect that it was just something I didn't know about. Sure, that's dope, to be honest. I only have a surface understanding of most tech. Yeah. I was like with a couple of coworkers, and they were like talking to each other, and they were like, "Oh, remember like the whole dial-up internet?" And or like they were talking about each other of like memories that they've had when they were younger, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're starting to sound like old people." Let me guess, you also remember the dial-up internet? And they were like, "Yeah, the dial-up internet, we remember that." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my god." There really is a age difference between us. I think, though maybe I just came very shortly after dial-up internet. I don't know when dial-up was a thing and when it stopped being a thing. You know what was cooler than that though? BBSGs. Can't see. There's one smaller. Oh, BBSs. BBSs. People would just set up these little surface bulletin board systems. You could just dial up to their phone number. Yeah, and I had to connect to their PC like that. It was cozy. I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest. So bulletin board systems. You could just dial up to their phone number and connect to their PC. That's fine. I'm Asian. I mean, I wonder if Mal's still here. My son. I have a son that's older than me. Don't question it. He would probably know what you're talking about if he is still here. He's been my translator for everything I don't understand. Okay, so the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, Paul Ockerman, Keith, and Guy Joost, or Used. What are you talking about?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld Playback Experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
Aww. I wanted to ask something else.
But of course, what else?
I want to hear about the Feld building again. Oh wait, do I? Great, thank you for all the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Alright, I'm going to bed. It's pretty late here. Have fun detecting. Catch you later. Catch you later. Have a great day. Or night, I mean. Sleep well. Hope you have a great rest.
Pick your
And thank you
brain.
for
If
stopping by.
anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Sorry. What was this? Oversized superstar sunglasses? Hell yeah. 2 encyclo... Oh, wait. Oh, that's this one. +1... Damn, this is like really bonus, see? Heavy. This one as well, too. Drama? I'm sorry, Necktie, you haven't talked to me at all, so... Fucking... You're gonna be replaced. Ah, yes. What do you mean oversized? They're perfect size. It complements my oversized fucking facial hair. Fucking amazing. Books.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh my god, look at all these bullet holes. I haven't seen any other bullet holes in these in the walls before somehow.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual, even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet
No!
holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile, laughing at you, and the world, and the living.
Let's walk away. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I don't have to worry about, like, my, my morale at all, because Pippo, what? Found clothing. Plus 2 logic. There's 1 perception. Damn! I've got a cool hat. Kinda look like I'm hiding something.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
So you wanna party?
What?
Do you want to party?
Yeah, I heard you. What do you mean by party?
Yes. What do you mean?
We buy drinks right here, right there, in the liquor store. We get those bad boys in us, and then you tell me what you mean when you say party. I mean, we get drinks, come back here, sit in the frozen sea ice, and drink until we start talking about fucked up emotional. The worst. Yeah.
Thing is, I haven't said party.
You will. Kim, stop. You're spoiling everything.
And neither have you. Had you let me in on the script of this play before you performed it, I could have gone along. As it stands, the entire line of questioning has been compromised. We have nothing left to do but hold this was a play on your part, and to move on. Now, we have some questions for you.
Like what?
Okay. Okay, I feel like that's a hint that I have to remember for next time. What's your name?
A cell.
What's your surname?
Why?
I am from the police. It's for paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Fun fact. Contact. Boxer. Yeah, any news on my wife's name? How about my mother? Yeah, encyclopedia.
No,
No.
you're welcome.
You're welcome. Actually, I can vouch. Sometimes it's better to forget your mom. Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
I mean, the boxer Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
You know, Contact Mike doesn't just beat people up. Contact Mike is a role model.
An entire litany spews forth.
Yes, you heard right. You should try to be more like Contact Mike, a successful athlete, an inspirational figure who has overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles.
Man, you are one weird cop.
Yes. This isn't about me. This is about your lack of respect for boxing's great and yourself. I'd say I'm just about normal. Now about that Mike, not Mike, Mike. Not Mike, Mike. This isn't about me.
What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me.
Oh. Self-respect is not meant to float any boats but your own.
I'll keep that in mind for future use.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where do you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
The Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals. I'm shaking my head as I say this out loud.
Yeah, there might be some. I don't think they look down on the homosexual underground there. The Palaceum's not that kind of place. It's cool.
I'm not gonna read that one out loud. I'm not. I'm crying. You make me crowd. Crowd? What? I am so... You've made me cry. That's what I meant. Oh no, you completely understood. I might be homosexual myself. Yes, let's go with that route.
Oh, well, good for you.
Oh. I'm genuinely crying right now. I shouldn't be, but I... Why is that lump of ice shaped like a person? Head, shoulders, arms here, and we got the legs. It's definitely person shaped, right? That's not a coincidence, is it? I think we found the fucking third mystery here. Yeah, about that Arno guy you mentioned.
Oh yeah. I guess even with your modern take on sexuality, you wouldn't be in the Van Eyck demographic.
I get down. I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
Is that some kind of term for the homosexual underground?
It means I'm hip beyond my years. I'm not sure, but I have concrete evidence that I rock, in the form of a wrecked tape player, that totally trashed hotel room. Neither do I, actually. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down, grind? I'm not sure, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and totally trashed hotel room.
That's cool.
You're right, time has deserted me.
Sucks, man.
Oh,
Was there something else? About the Contact Mike, perhaps?
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Sus. And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Uh-huh, they're samplers, right? That's called a sample. I don't know. I don't know. I should know, but I don't. I need to stretch. Oh. Oh, that was the best stretch I've ever had. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, that last one was on purpose. I admit. Just not.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
I don't want to lose my head. But I also want to be nice. You said it's supposed to be... You said it's supposed to be music place. What is it? Yeah, let's be nice.
Thanks.
Damn it. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is it?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out there while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
And some other questions?
Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Fast and clean, a good one. Can't quite say it's a lie, but it feels like one. She's better at lying than she'd like everyone to know.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
So what's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
I'd like to be one too. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. Let me guess. These rich people are not from around here. Strange, the existence of rich people does not stir any emotions in me. Oh, okay, good to know. Let me guess, these rich people are not from around here.
Aren't they? I thought they were as Vachalair as any of us. Just way richer.
Oh no, they're foreign bodies, agents of international capital. You only need to look close enough. What rant have I thrown myself into this time?
Maybe you're right. Most of them do speak 3 languages.
Do I speak 3 languages? No, I don't. I don't. Almost, but no, not quite. I speak 2 languages and like a whole bunch of like bits and pieces of different languages. I speak Dutch and English. In case anyone's interested. Hier is ik die een beetje Nederlands praat. Super. Oh mijn god, natuurlijk raak ik nu de woorden kwijt. I want to say fluent, but I forgot the word fluent and oh my dad's going to beat my ass if he sees this back. Dat is niet fluweel. Super soepel. That just means smooth. Super smooth. What trouble you've gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Why did you move out of your parents' place at 13? 13.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Such a tender age. Harry, have some... God, can you just sound like a normal person for just 1 second? But yeah, that's the one thing I want to wonder right now. Why did you move out at such a tender age? Maybe I'm looking too much into it, actually. Maybe this is completely normal to say.
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
I get that I'm a major party animal myself. Major.
Alright.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay. Bye.
Feel the shadow of a very light building fall onto you. Okay, let's see if we can get the woman to sign now. I always lose the way here. This part of and this part of the world. Just this. I never know. It's like further back here, right? Yeah, there we go. I genuinely feel like there's something going on with my head, okay? There's something wrong with it. Because I feel like I just went from being here. I guess I was all the way over here, but it just feels like I was going from here, then go to the church, and then walk back in the same direction, and I'm here. I can't wrap I don't know why, but I've not been able to wrap my head around it for some reason, the layout of this part. Ooh, books. Let's go to the... Oh, that's where the old woman is. Bijus Daipandang Manis.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Okay, well, let's, oh, well, continue. Goodbye for now. I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah, okay. If Kim says he wants to wait, then I'll wait. Anything for you, Kim. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Goodbye, I'm off. Thank you. Oh my god, that's fucking amazing. Oh my god. I have never seen this jacket like this before. Oh my god. It's fucking amazing. It's got style. I love this. Now I really wish I hadn't given away that hat, honestly.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
Oh my god. I'm so fucking handsome. Oh, next playthrough. Remind me. Fucking need to get the set complete. That's going to be my goal in the next time. Okay, Suleiman Young Manis. I don't know what language she's speaking, but I want to know. Aw, look at the little hand writing down notes. I'm planning on cosplaying as Kim Kitsuragi when I go to the New Comic Con. Or to the Dutch Comic Con. Minus, jeez, that's really quite a lot of negatives. Must be good in the long run then. Okay, so what check was it again that I needed to do? Punch clock, paywall, backyard wall. Mirror, more mirror. Come on, scroll downward. Kuno. Washerwoman. Suggestion. Okay, let's go to clothes. Oh, that's Winus. Okay, let's get this. Check.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
It's really in our best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
Sign it off. The RCM turn this place upside down. We're gonna find something. Isabel, you must understand this place needs that construction project. Perhaps some financial compensation would change your mind? Wink.
Cops bribing citizens. Doesn't it usually go the other way around? Do you know who takes the cream of these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, Claire's accountants in La Delta. Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
It's okay. She's emotional right now. Keep at it. We're her out.
What's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Why did you... Why did you have to phrase it that way? This place is pornographically poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
Does porno have another meaning that I don't understand? It wouldn't be the first time that I learned that something that I thought was only... Kind of like the word missionary. I didn't know it had different meanings. I thought it was just the position. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna look it up. I can't find any other meaning. The oldest artifacts considered pornographic were discovered in Germany in 2008. 2000 CE. Wait. And are dated to be at least 35,000 years old. That's all I got from the internet. So I guess it doesn't have a different meaning, and I lost a viewer.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
Riddles fits with the general ambiance here.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
Alright. I'd rather go back to talking about the village.
As you please.
There's got to be something here, tell me.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the Pox.
The Pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. but they are away right now. And then there's the drugs. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Liliane already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I haven't seen any drunks yet, though.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
Alright, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the Dolorian Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes.
The Ecclesiastes. Fucking... All these words are so damn hard.
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Anything else of note?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
That's it. There's gotta be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jam shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Okay, goodbye, Mo. Couldn't convince her, but we'll convince her eventually.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
I think I'm gonna call it here and end for the stream. Wait, I need to put back my cool clothes on first. You know? Actually, keep my logic. Also, this looks also really good. Damn! That looks dapper. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's go back to being serious. Fucking, where is it? There it is. In some... That's where we need to go with this. Okay, you like my fit? I love it. Alright, let's do a quick save. And I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I hope you all have an amazing day or night, depending on what time zone you're from. And I'll be live later tonight with, if I'm not mistaken, Persona 5. Let's check. Yeah, I'll be live later tonight with Persona 5. I hope you all have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you in that stream. Or, if not, another stream. But, yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. I hope you all have a great day, and bye!